Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's disgusting. Hello everybody, welcome back to Vane. Today, we are finally sorted. Not 100% sorted, but we are mostly sorted. The base is taken care of. My character's doing a few exercises so she doesn't gain a few pounds and bust outside of her bulletproof vest, obviously. We have got to go finish out that little section towards the end. Can I do this? Okay, there we go. Over here, this is where our base is. This is the hardware emporium where we found most of the industrial stuff. Then the school, and there's like this little area over here. I don't think I've actually been down this road. I didn't know that this road existed. But we need to check down there, and there's a restaurant or something that's down there. And that's basically the only things that exist in that area. So we probably need to go take care of, oh my gosh, take care of all of that. Get that off of the list because I actually have plans and strats for going back to the area we were at. By the way, really quick. I don't know exactly when the lights in here started working during the daytime. I did notice that they cut off about 7 o'clock last night. So, we do have interior lights during the daytime, and like I said, we need the battery backup. For some reason or another, the lights weren't working. I think they were bugged. I really think they were bugged, and eventually the bug just kind of worked itself out or whatever. But we have got a sorted base. We have got... what else did I do last night? Well, I basically just moved everything around, sorted everything out. There is the... I need to make some of the utilities that I should be working about. Ugh. Okay. Some of the utilities and stuff and things that I need to be working on. There we go. I need to get in here and I need to work on building them. I think the only thing that I don't have is... I think it said an industrial welder, but I'm pretty sure I have one somewhere. Not 100% sure about where it is. It's probably inside a box, but I've actually spent a long time sitting at the base doing practically, well, nothing. And I want to go out and loot. I want to go out and see things. I want to go out and find cool stuff to bring back. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's disgusting. Okay, we went to the Emporium. We have not gone inside the police station, but I think we'll be okay for right now. We need to go to... I don't remember if there was anything in here that we should be worrying about, but there are a lot of buses and stuff in here. There might be other tools that we might need. Knock knock! Housekeeping! Hey, how are you? We need to check all of these tools, see if there's any new unique tools, because there has been a couple of tools or, what would you call them? Like tools that you put inside the workbenches to do a thing. There's some things that I know of that exist in the game that I have found in my other playthrough that I haven't found yet here. So I'm assuming by... No, it was an industrial stapler that I'm missing. That's the thing that I'm missing. By extension, I would assume I also do not have every single item. Oh, plus... I apparently now have the ability to make nails. The problem is I haven't found the schematic for the nails yet. Of course, I also do not have a research batch, so I'm not sure that I will be able to do it anyway, but I am also out looking... Don't destroy that. Don't do that. I am also looking for that schematic. A fridge compressor. Highly detailed print explaining how to build a new system. You need a mechanical of level 70. I don't really need plastic scrap either. I've actually had to toss some because I had so much of it, which might be absolutely silly, but there's no shortage of plastic stuff. So hard hat, basic stapler, thread. I guess I'll take a couple of extra hard hats. I'm not sure if those things wear out over time. I would assume they probably do. Engine tank manifolds. Yeah, let's go take that back. We are definitely going to need all of the parts for all of the vehicles because apparently we're just eventually going to have to replace stuff because zombies like to jump in front of random things for no real reason. They're like yeet themselves right in front of the vehicle. Apparently you can. Lockpicks. I don't need the school backpack. I will, however, come back in here and hotwire this vehicle. I'm trying to get that electric skill back up. No, I want the seat. There we go. That was very damn rude. I'm doing things. I was gone for 2 seconds. You guys are already moving in. What is up? I'm after you for that pack you've got on your back. Thank you. A lot more buses and somebody who just phased... Oh, 2 people who just phased through the planet. Hey. That works. I have unused stat points for scavenging. I've got 25 finally. Bank it, you gain an additional perk point. Muscle memory, you gain related task increased by 25%. Quick searcher, search containers instantaneously. I am definitely taking that one. Hold on. Nice. It saves so much time. It really does. Corn. Okay, why? Okay, why? Alrighty, we've got corn seeds. What we can do is instead of dragging every single vehicle all over the place, because we don't actually need all of the vehicles at the base, we can just simply, whatever vehicle we're carrying, if we find a vehicle that has got several different parts that could take the place, I'll just like quickly do a quick swap on it and we'll save the 100% for the vehicles we bring home that we're fully trying to fix. I knew you were fixing to do that. I just... No, you didn't! You took my hat off. Dude, why? I don't have anything on my noggin. Rude. There we go. And that one's at 46. It's fine. Okay, so this area is done. And we got a couple of parts, just like top off a couple of things. There's probably more than one bus over here I could tear apart, but that's actually not what we're trying to do. Is this thing like... Hold on. Okay, I thought it was breaking or something. Tank top, ID, sneakers, tank tops. Okay. Alrighty. Can we get in here? Checkout counter. It looks like there's actually... Dude, lots of bread. Can you take things that you've picked up and, like, scrap them? Place, eat, hold, drop. No. Okay, I was supposed to say, can you take those and scrap them to create a new type of seed? Because, like, garlic is... The part that you plant for the garlic is just one of the garlic cloves with the paper still on. You just put it in the ground and it grows another plant. As a farmer, you would figure my character would know how to do that, or... eventually learn how to do that. Cover with newspaper. I don't want to cover with newspaper. I'm good. Okay, that's basically it, unless I want to destroy chairs and stuff. Do you have... nails? Yes, you have nails. Okay, yeah, we're gonna sit here and destroy all these. 116 nails is not bad. Not bad at all. Open, what you got? Some okay parts in here. This might be one that I pull home and take parts off of. Okay. Now then, we have finished that. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh no, I'm slightly bruised. I was going like, what, 5 miles per hour? There's no reason. Ugh. Hello? Give it a second, see if anyone busts through a window. I'm gonna go set everything down. Okay, that was not a whole heck of a lot here, which I sort of expected. What about over here? Okay, full area. Alright, I think this just loops around, but we're gonna check it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Campgrounds. Another sleeping bag. I was really hoping a generator would be over here after I saw this stuff, but it's fine. A picnic basket with a Mountie bar and a peach. Oh, I ate that? How did I eat that? Wait. What? I was hitting control in order to squat down so I could get in there to it. Does that auto eat things? Apparently it does. Okay. Fishing hook. What if you do that for other random stuff? Okay. Nothing exceptionally useful in that one. The cat was like the best thing that I found over here because I've been looking for one and I know I've seen one, I just don't know where I saw one at. There we go. Okay. Well, campsite has been gone through. The only thing that I found here was like a little bit of food and a cot. Not exceptionally awesome, but useful stuff. Well, useful thing, I should say. So, we got that. Sick? Why did I just randomly get sick? Uh-oh. I didn't get hit. There weren't any bad guys in there. Just randomly sick, huh? Alright, well, let's go back to base. I do have something that's supposed to be helping with sick. Some cough syrup or something like that. We'll see whether or not that actually works. I did not do enough looting to call it a day. My character's just like, for some reason, very sickly. And I did not even choose for her to be very sickly. And for some reason my lights aren't working again. I said something and then they stopped working. That's how it goes though. That's how it goes. Drink that. I drank some of the liquid. We'll see whether or not that helps. I will eat. Let's see. Cooked. Can of herring. Open. Eat that. Very hydrated. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and rest. And then I'll get up and go out and put some stuff up, you know? And it's empty. I mean, I can take the prescription, but it's not actually going to do anything. I didn't get hit by anybody. Apparently if you have enough cold syrup, that might actually take care of the problem, but I don't have enough cold syrup, so... Okay, we are back. It's been a few days in-game because I have been eating and sleeping, and as you can see, the percentage has gone up by a little bit. I'm out of cough medicine, and I don't know that I can get any more cough medicine. I don't know of any place that I can go to get more cough medicine. I know that in Redford somewhere, I think on your entrance into Redford, there is an animal doctor somewhere over here. Not that one, obviously, but it's over there somewhere, but I don't think that they're going to have cold medicine, and I'll be honest with you, I have no idea where to look. Obviously, I should have been looking around the cities a whole lot more. Like, I need to go back to Dannemora. I'm pretty sure one of those areas, at least, is going to have some sort of medicine. I was lucky to have found that. In this case, I would say sick, or sick question mark, is kind of misleading with this game. With a lot of survival games, particularly zombie survival games, they turn every sickness into the zombie virus, and that's actually not the way it would go. I think most people, 99% of people, would just die of everyday colds, and it wouldn't be a zombie thing. Sadly, I don't think we're going to have an option for like an herbal remedy. I know the game devs are probably not watching this, but because you guys have got such an extensive cooking thing, like you can make brownies in the daggum game, and you have such a large garden thing, and I know that there's the possibility of bringing in more gardening stuff. It looks to me like y'all are adding in fall-related crops. You've got broccolis and cauliflowers and stuff like that, which are fall/winter crops, depending on this area, and depending on whether or not you've got cover. I'm not going to get into that. I have a gardening channel. We'll talk about that later on. That's a bit nerdy for people who are not interested in gardening, but there are herbal remedies that your character can make. For instance, the things that I actually have in this kitchen right now, I could make what is called fire cider. And it would be vinegar, which I actually have not found, but vinegar can be made with fruit, and I do have fruit. It would be with vinegar, apple cider vinegar, which we do have apples, and it takes only a few days to ferment apples. Oranges, onions, which I have, garlic, which I have. The only thing I really don't have is like a pepper or, what is that stuff called? It's horseradish, I think. But all of those, you can mix those all together and let them steep together, and it makes like this strong, very strong, like eyes streaming, nostrils streaming type of stuff, fire cider. I made it last year, and it works very well for clearing up all sinus related things. If this is a cold and a cold medicine works on it, then eventually maybe if your character learns herbology or something like that, or there's a schematic for it or something like that, maybe that would be an option for later on instead of having to add in more old school, old world things to fix things. If the survival aspect later on wants to be added in, maybe the ability to create more of those. There's also, aside from fire cider, there's quite a few others. There's also like elderberry, which is native to North America. And you do have to process it depending on the type of bush that you find or whatever, but you can also make a immune booster with it, which is good for flus and colds and stuff like that. But that's just like neither here nor there. Apparently what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go out and find something to help us fight this cold, or we will in all likelihood die yet again for ? Cold. And I say that only because I have actually fought the cold, but I don't have the patience to do what is required to battle the cold without any additional supplies, which is sleep for about an in-game week and eat. And that's basically it. And you'll go through a fever because it is exceptionally slow. If you've ever had the flu or a cold that just kind of lingered, you didn't really have a whole lot, and it's just like, ugh. Part of the problem is, not to give anybody medical advice or whatever, part of the issue that your body goes through with whenever you have a cold or something like that is sleep. Since you're laying all the time and not burning energy, your body has a hard time fighting the need to wake up, be awake, do things. In a lot of cases, you just have a hard time sleeping. Plus, if you've got like the flu and there's body aches, that's another reason for it. So your body actually needs sleep in order to recover. Now the issue with this is, well, this is a video game. I don't want to sit for days and days and days and days not knowing how long I'll have to do this. And the other issue of I will run out of food long before I get done. Now you can eat and sleep and hang around over the stove and cook food, eat and sleep and stuff like that, and there's a chance to fight it. I don't know. Last time I just kept going and it was a long, long time and I turned into a zombie anyway. So I say, good heavens, slow down. I had my finger off the gas. What you doing? Momentum, baby. Momentum was winning. Anyway, I think now we try and get out there and find like a doctor's office or something like that and stock up on medical supplies. Sadly, that one thing only had one dose. Okay, this is going to go off to the left, and they told me that there was another farm this way. I doubt very seriously I'm going to find the meds that I need in a farm, but it's not going to hurt for us to go over here and look. Also, I had someone asking me where I found the skeletons. It's right here. If you're watching this episode, it is the Backwoods Self-Storage, which is the road leading into Russia. That's where I found it. I see a couple of ambulances down there. There's a chance. Medical Supply Depot. I was just going to say maybe there's stuff inside of the ambulance, but if this is a depot, maybe this is just where I needed to be. Why did my lockpicking suddenly go up? Tough lock? Not tough luck, tough lock. Okay, we got a runner. Nice. Gin. Somebody said that they carry alcohol with them all the time, just in case they get hurt or something like that, and they clean it off that way. Advanced antibiotics. Used to treat bacterial infections, makes recovery from bacterial infections occur much faster, will not treat colds, which is what I supposedly have right now. Advanced antibiotics. Medical mask. Oh, man. Is it unheard of to see emergency supplies and think, maybe they got some cough syrup? Painkillers. Compression bandage. That's a paramedic bag. I want this one. Okay. Compression bandage, trauma, prescription antibiotics. Not helpful. Yeah, I don't think we're going to find EMT carrying cough syrup, are we? Seems overkill, right? Antidepressants? If I make my character happy enough, will I just get over it by the power of positive thinking? A grocery store, a convenience store, or anything like that is more likely where you would probably find cold medicine. But if there's any sort of herbalism, obviously that would help out more. 59%. I had actually slowed the flu down, or cold down, or whatever you want to call it, a lot by just resting. Okay, I say we get out of here. I did not find what I was looking for. And being inside of the rain is a bad idea. Okay, so we did not find what we were looking for there. Now it's actually saying infected. Infected with the zombie virus. Of course. In this particular case, I did not get hit by a zombie. There were no zombies over there for me to get hit by, so the zombie virus just exists, and if your cold gets bad enough, you're suddenly infected with the zombie virus. Calico. I think this is the one they were talking about. Pretty sure it was. There's a little produce stand. Oh my gosh, I love it. Dude. Okay, it's got a house, it's got a barn. A windmill. I'm not sure if those things put off electricity. I think they're supposed to, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's go ask the neighbors a few questions. Hello? Fellow zombies! Okay. Oh, I just hit myself with the door. It's fine. Wow, it's nice. Dude, there's a basement too. Oh, that's creepy. Cool. And get down here and find out that they keep their people tied up or something. Is this other one? Aha. Okay. Nobody's down here. Another Night of the Living Dead thing. Bathroom scale, insulated flask. We might need a few of those. You know, if we get to the point where we're not really able to use our phones anymore because we're out of batteries, it might be a good idea to have a map and a compass. There was a supposed cure that was being advertised or something like that, and I don't know whether or not it is actually something that we can use. I just heard about it. We were talking about it in the multiplayer thing. I don't know whether or not he actually went and found the medicine people were talking about. All I know is later on he turned into a zombie, so it either didn't work or he didn't take it. I'm not sure which. Fancy Himalayan salt. Puff pastry, rangy cookie. Nerp, 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 nerp. Mancoon honey. That's another thing that goes into fire cider, is you also add honey to it at the end. So as far as I can tell, everything you would need in order to make a home remedy of some sort is actually already in the game. You just need a recipe for it. Sewing machine. That's one of the things I was looking for. Latex gloves, infections. See, I got the impression that maybe having the gloves on or having a mask on would slow down the amount of times I caught an infection. It doesn't seem to have actually helped at all or impacted that at all. I'll take both of those baseball bats. Heck yeah. At some point, those will be very useful. This has to come home with me. Yes, I am exerted after all of that work. Holy crap. So tiring, dude. 69% infected? Nice. You know what? If I was going to live on a farm, this would be perfect. Whenever we do a full farm playthrough, like after animals and everything are implemented, we are so coming here. It's like middle of the map, full farm area. I'm not sure how easy it would be to put an entire fence around it. I think it could be done though. Ooh. Hello. Oh, hammer locking pliers. I don't need any of that. I'm actually looking for an industrial stapler, apparently. Scraps, soul bags. Wooden planks I'll take. The matches I'll take. Metal rake, paintbrush. Okay. Not going to worry about the soul bags. I know that I probably will need them. 100% need them later. But I can always come back to these places when those are the things that I'm looking for. That's not at all what I'm looking for right now. The zombie knock my shirt off too? Zombies aren't even trying to eat my brains, they're just trying to undress me. My character is moving very, very slow. I wish I could speed run this. How do you make the infection go faster so you can speed run it? Huh? Because if you can't actually fix it, then the next thing would be... There's a wolf. The next thing would be like trying to get over it as quickly as possible. There's a cow. And a deer. Oh dear. There's got to be another way of fighting it though. It seems like the infection happens more often than it probably should. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think it's supposed to... What is that? What is it? Oh no, it ate the pig. Oh no. You died in a very fabulous pose. Pork? Raw leather? There we go. If I take some of the stuff out of my damn pocket, I wouldn't move so slow. Okay, let's go check out this thing. And there's a well house, dude. Can you go up this thing? I don't think I'm supposed to be going up here. I'm gonna fall and die. Let's not do... Oh, jeez. I mean, I guess that would be one way to speedrun it, would it not? This one's gonna be great once the animal husbandry thing becomes a part of it, because it's got all the animals, it's got all the... I do apologize, my cat is headbutting everything. It's got all the amenities, plus a big area where you can put things and stuff. Hi, kitty. Oh, this is actually two things that I was looking for. There we go. Slightly exerted. Yes, I'm sure. Here. You wish to have my attention? You have my attention. Kitty, kitty, I must work. I have to earn food. Yes? For me and you. We're gonna waste away, both of us. So we just go with our originally scheduled programming. We just explore. It's going to kill us eventually. We'll figure it out eventually. It would be so hard to do a permadeath on here because I got infected not through any cut or anything. I just got infected. I think the only problem I've seen so far is we don't have the ability to pick any of these pictures up and bring them home with us. You can pick them up, you just can't really carry them. I've tried attaching them to... Oh, I'll take that vegetable broth. I've tried attaching them to vehicles, and they just don't stay on the vehicle from what my experience. Okay, nothing much here. Not really at all. I probably should be disassembling things, but I am not worried about it this far away from beasts. Cold medicine is still apparently supposed to be something that helps with that. How? How? Is that the remedy for all zombie viruses? Just like a little bit of NyQuil, DayQuil, that kind of thing? Chicken noodle soup, eat an orange and an apple, lay in bed. Dead Ends Motel. Yeah, no. If I was gonna zombify, this is like the best place to do it. Stop touching me, lady. I'm already now dirty, apparently. We'll rest here. Probably zombify here, you know? Wash self. There we go. Wash ourself again. Wash ourself again. Drink. I'm just standing inside the water going... That's exactly what's going on right now. Cannabis. There we go. Isn't this usually... no, it's here. I need a lighter. Oh, no. Hey, a 92% flashlight, though. I like how they're dancing with each other on the very sick and stuff. Lighter. Thank you. If it could possibly, you know, like... What on earth is happening here? There we go. I mean, why not? It's not like I can move very fast anyway. What happens if you do two? Hold on. Shut the door. Highly stoned. My strength did go up. The only thing I can do is, well, red skill books give an extra stat. So I'm gonna be a highly stoned zombie that is also sick. Hello, I'm here to check in. Fellow human. Ooh. Withdraw. I've got these things. Hang on. Select. 348, dude. Withdraw. 41. 212. Dude, they had a lot of money in there. Honey, I'm home. I'm looking for more of your meds. Khaki shorts? Yeah, sure. Wear those. Wear those so, you know. There. Drink all of that? Stimulated? Sure. Hey, flashlight. Now my zombie self has got light. I'm playing as two different characters here. There we go. I will leave that for later, me. Hello. Ooh. There's totally a dead body in here. Does that mean there's a zombie in here? Oh, man. Well, you're not gonna need that gun anymore, but neither is my vomit-inducing smell. Dude, I'm forming into a zombie. I should not be that picky. You know, like, just get it. Wow. Dude, look at all those debit cards, though. Hiking backpack. I wonder if that's any better than the one that I have. I'm like 95% zombification going on, so it's fine. Do you have anybody else in here with you? Cough medicine, maybe? Okay. And my character's just sampling all of the things, you know? Might as well. Compression bandages. I keep hoping that I would actually find some cough syrup to stop all of this, which I don't think that's even possible, but Missing lockpicks. I don't actually want to put my lockpicks on me because there's a good chance I won't get those back. The stuff you die with on you, there's a veritable chance on whether or not you get certain things back. That sounds like a dog. Huh. That might be the reason why I was smelling a whole bunch of stuff. Cannabis back here. Aight. Are you a deer? Or a stuffed deer? You're a deer. Okay. There you are. Hey. You take out that zombie. Alfredo? Dude came over here and got himself some Alfredo. There we go. I died. I succumbed to the infection. Let's go. Can't believe he's done this. Ah. Okay. Take all of that. Take all of that. I need to equip my flashlight and my clothing. Alright. Need to go whoop my own butt for things and stuff again. Hang on. There we go. Come on out of there, me. Just got stuck behind the door. You know, come out of there? He keeps getting stuck behind the door. Okay. Every single time. Mosin? Oh, tough lock. Wolfram. Okay. Yes, I did. Okay. Vomit-inducing smell, which is like the garden, which is weird because gardens don't actually smell like that. They smell like dirt. Dirt doesn't stink. Compost can stink, though. If you're doing it wrong. Which actually should be an indicator that it's being done wrong. Dude, what was going on in here? No, I don't want to accidentally do that, and then... A strong stimulant, you say? I can't pick that up. Drug stash. Apparently I have found the bad side of town, guys. Ah! Become the one who knocks with this central nervous system stimulant. Okay. Oh, fuck. Another flashlight. I don't think I need the flashlight, though. What are we gonna find in here? I'm already worried with all of the things that I found inside the regular parts of the building. Nothing. Oh, okay. Compression bandages and pale green hair dye. What happens if you... Hold on. Apply this to your hair. How does one do that, though? I rub it on my bald head, but it does nothing. I'm still very upset that I have a bald head. What are you doing sneaking around here like that? No, I don't have the drugs. What do you mean? I mean, not that she can prove it, is actually what I mean. I do think it's rather odd. Whoa, all of the seeds, though. Harvest. I also salvaged 2 seeds. Well, dude, if I wanted a drug empire, I'm well on my way to having that. Okay. I've got a 67 in farming. My parents will be proud. There we go. Yeah, let's continue north. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get up there. That way, before we can, you know, go through the town, we'll go ahead and end it. I think, you know, us going through the entire It's not a drug lab, it was a drug hotel. And zombifying and everything else we've done, that's more than enough. You know, my character needs to rest and recover, but we need food. Community, Dannemora Community and Court Center, so probably not what I'm looking for, but it's a good a place to stop as any. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode. We have made tons and tons of progress. There has been a long trip from one side to the other side. We've seen farms, we've battled being a zombie again, and we are now in Dannemora. Hopefully we can find some useful shops, because not having decent meds is kind of slowing things down. The whole zombification process is very slow, and your character gets to moving very, very slow while it's going on. So if we can find some methods for combating it, it would be awesome. It seems like the majority of the problem is not damage from a zombie or damage from injury, it's just random colds. And I don't think there's enough ways for us to combat that. We need to find some. So I will see you guys in our next episode. You have a wonderful day on that, and you stay shiny. Bye!